Solving problems with a missing product or missing factor. First, let's go over the vocabulary. The numbers that are being multiplied are called factors. The result of the multiplication is called the product. There are two possibilities. You can either have a missing product where the answer is missing, or a missing factor where one of the numbers that you're multiplying is missing. It could be the first one or the second one. And for now, we're going to use a box to represent that missing number. When you have a missing product, you're going to multiply the known factors. So 5 times 3 is 15. When you have a missing factor, you have to be a little bit careful. Recall from the previous video, multiplication is commutative. 3 times 5 is the same as 5 times 3. But when you divide, the order is important. When you have a missing factor, you're going to divide the product, the answer, by the known factor. You also need to know all three ways to write a division statement. So when you're looking for this missing factor, it's either 18 divided by 2, and since that goes in evenly, that's the easiest way for this particular problem. You can also, if you're looking for the decimal and it doesn't divide evenly, you can write it as 2 divided into 18. If the answer that you want, if you want your answer in the form of a fraction, you write it as 18 over 2. There's a mnemonic device to help you remember where the product goes. It's either first, inside, or on top with the mnemonic F-I-T. Let's do a couple of examples. What times 7 is 63? So we know the product. That means this is a missing factor. If it's a missing factor, do we multiply or divide? That's right. Divide. And remember, the order that you divide is important, so it's important to remember that you divide the product. That might be easy to remember in the beginning when the product is the bigger number, but eventually we'll be doing problems where the product is a smaller number than one of the factors. You'll see when we get there. So we're going to divide the product. In the beginning, it's good practice to write that division the 3 ways. So F stands for first. That's 63 divided by 7. I stands for inside. So you put the product on the inside. Remember, the product is the answer. T stands for top. So you put the product on top of the fraction. Of course, this one's easy to do in your head. 63 divided by 7 is 9. All right, what's missing here? Well, the answer is missing, so that's a missing product. all we have to do is multiply. 5 times 11 is 55. All right, let's look at another example. What times 11 is 2? Well, this is a missing factor. So do we multiply or divide? Missing factor, divide the product. The product is 2. Let's write it the 3 ways. So the product either goes first or the product goes inside. And you're probably thinking, it doesn't go in. And you would be correct. We'll be doing it this way when we go over decimals. So this is how you get a decimal answer. If your answer is a fraction, then you put the product on top. Let's look at another example. Is it a missing product or a missing factor? This one has a missing factor. Let's write it all 3 ways. Remember, this refers to where the product or the answer goes. So it's either first, so that's 35 divided by 11, or it goes on the inside, 11 divided into 35, or it goes on top, 35 over 11. This time let's do it this way. 11 goes into 35 3 whole times. 11 times 3, 33. And the remainder is 2. And you'll want to write your remainder in the form of a fraction. So our answer is 3 and 2 over 11.